Hey everyone, Chris here. Thank you very much for tuning in for another episode of Darktoylord Reviews. Today we're going to take a look at this Justice League Tactical Suit Batman Big Figs action figure by Jakks Pacific. So real quick, we'll take a look at the packaging first. So this is the style of package that's typical of these Big Figs figures, where it's like 1/3 packaging, most of the toy is exposed. Here in the front we have the Justice League logo, a little note here saying it wears real fabric cape. Going to spin him around to the back. You can see another picture of the Tactical Suit Batman, as well as this notice here saying it features 7 points of articulation. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to take the action figure out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look at the toy itself. Alright, so let's go ahead and get an accurate height measurement on this guy. Now your view might be a little bit skewed just because of the angle of the camera. Here's the tape measure. And from foot to the top of his bat ear, he is about 19 inches tall. We're going to go ahead and check articulation. Now you remember the box had 7 points. So 1 point of articulation right here at the neck, both shoulders, swing up and down, both wrists, swivel side to side, and then here at the hips, both legs will go up and down as well. One thing to mention, rather than having the entire leg molded from one piece, it's a couple of pieces. So you have the upper thigh plus the shin is its own piece. So there's like a little bit of give there, not enough to actually swivel the lower leg for posing, but you can see there's a little bit of a wiggle there. So here's a close-up of Tactical Suit Batman's head. The actual bat, the cowl itself is supposed to be like this flat black. The visor or goggles, they're more of a gloss black. I didn't see this before until I took it out of the package. Something definitely happened here with my particular figure where you can see this one patch right here is super glossy. So I'm not sure if some of the visor paint got spilled over onto the forehead when they were painting, or maybe somebody packaging the toy up at the factory had wicked greasy hands and that's a giant grease spot. I'm going to try to clean it up, see if I can get it back to the flat state. If not, maybe I have to paint the head a gloss black. I'm not sure. They did have a real nice sculpt here in the face. You really can kind of see Ben Affleck's features coming through in this toy. The one thing that I do wish is that they had a little bit more facial hair, stubble, because that's kind of how Ben Affleck has portrayed his Batman, is this real rough and not clean cut type of character. So I think they definitely should have had some at least 5 o'clock shadow there. So as the package mentioned, the toy does have a real fabric cape. And one thing that's really cool, just like this small touch, is they stitch the cape, kind of make it bunched up here at the shoulders. So it kind of gives the cape a more of a controlled feel as it's draping over Batman's shoulders. It's not like crazy out of place. It kind of controls how it falls. So I do appreciate that. Now, one thing I do really like about this particular toy is they put a lot of work into the detail here, all the way down to the actual, I guess the jumpsuit has this texture to it, and then all the armor plates have their own individual textures. And the color scheme, although not that dramatic, you have light gray, dark gray, black, silver, and a hint of gold. But the color combination is perfect. It really makes all the details pop on this figure. Alright, so let's just do a quick 360 around the entire figure. Oh, the belt here, it is kind of like glued on. It has some give to it in the back. It's one of those rubbery type materials that they use for previous figures, belts, and pouches and such. These wings here on the forearm, they are also the same kind of rubbery material, so they have some give in them. The corners could be a little sharp, but I don't think you're really going to hurt yourself here because they are awfully flexible. And again, here with the armor on the shoulder and on the forearm and on the bicep, again, the color scheme, just enough differences to really make the details pop and jump out at you. And even though the cape covers it up, they didn't skimp out on the details here in the back. So there you have it. Justice League Tactical Suit Batman Big Figs action figure by Jakks Pacific. I am really digging this figure. I love this mold. I did not get the regular Batman from the movie just because although it is slightly different from the Batman from Batman vs. Superman, I think the sculpt was close enough that I really couldn't justify buying that figure. Not that, spending the $20 on it was a big deal, but these guys are huge and you run out of room quickly. So for that reason, I decided I'll skip the regular Batman and just stick to the Tactical Suit Batman. And I really am super excited that I picked this guy up, and I definitely recommend if you are a fan of Batman, if you're a fan of Justice League, whether or not you even like the movie, this is an awesome toy, and you should definitely pick one up. If you have any questions in particular, please let me know down below. As always, I do thank you for stopping by. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you feel so inclined, share with your friends. And until next time, we'll talk to you later.